How to thread a Brother sewing machine.
Hey guys, I'm going to show you how I thread my Laura Ashley Brother sewing machine. The Brother CX155LA computerized sewing machine. So this is pretty standard. This is how my old one used to thread as well. So if you have a Brother sewing machine, this is probably how yours is going to be threaded. So what I need is the thread that I'm going to be using and an empty bobbin. So I'm going to unwind my thread a little bit. I do have some thread already on, so I'm going to take that out. This thread doesn't have a hole in it yet. This is just Coats Machine Quilting and Crafts gray thread. And I'm going to use this for my next project. So I normally just push it onto the stick and it busts through those stickies for me. You can just take that off. I put my little cap over it. These came with my sewing machine. So now I need to thread my bobbin. So there's a little metal piece back here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it's right here. I'm going to run it through that. I'm going to come around this top and then come around again so that my thread is getting caught underneath this little circly thing. If it's having trouble, I just help it along. So now what I do, I'm going to come close so you can see. There's little holes in the bobbin. I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but what I do is I take my thread and I thread the hole from the inside, and then I take it and push it up the middle, like that. Just push it up the middle, and then I like to come down through the hole on the other side. That way my thread comes back onto the inside of my bobbin, just like that. So I went through this hole from the inside, through this hole right here, then through the middle, right here, and then in again through this hole right here. And that way, when I pull my thread, it's both on the inside. So I like to give it a little wrap, use my finger. Now I want to make sure that my thread is turned like this, so that the upside of my thread is pointed towards the back of the machine. And I'm going to put it on here. Click that backwards. You can just push this. I just click it backwards. I'm going to turn my machine on. It's going to know that the thread is ready to be wound, so it's not going to try to stitch. Now you can use your pedal if you have it plugged in. I don't have it plugged in over here. So I'm going to push this button here. This button here is for sewing. And it's going to automatically do it. I like to hold it for just a second, but you don't want to hold it too long. Now it's going to wind. It takes a little bit. If your machines, you can control the speed of the wind by this button right here. Make it slower or faster. And then when it's finished, it's just going to kick off by itself. See how it stopped? It's still making the noise, so I'm going to push the button again, but the bobbin stopped working. So now that the bobbin's wound, I'm going to pull this back towards this way. I'm going to cut my thread. I have a little thread cutter over on the side of my machine. I'm going to unwind it from here. Keep it in this metal thing back here. Then I'm going to go around the back, come around the front. In this section, this bigger hole right here, there's a hook. So I turn it so that the hook is the furthest out it can be. I lace around that hook, come down here, lace through that hole, and then I have a little threader. It's not an automatic threader, but it's like a thread assist. So I run that through my hole. That time didn't really take, so see, it's trying to like make my thread all clumpy. I don't want that. So I'm going to pull it a little bit farther. Do it again. You want the thread to come in front of your needle, go through the teeth, and you're threaded. Once it's through, you just grab the hoop that comes through the little loop, and then you just pull your thread out. Now once that's finished, you want to take your thread under your foot and pull it towards the back. You want the string to go back behind. Now, what do we do with this guy? I have a downloader machine, so I just drop my bobbin in and it goes right in. So I have a little door right here in front of the foot. I actually have a bobbin in there already, so I'm going to take that out. So I'm going to take string towards me, feel it's coming out towards me, and it's coming out from the left side. I want to just set it down there in that hole, and then there's a little sliver that you hook it around. You bring it up through here. There's like a little gap. It shows you what to do. And when you bring it to the end, it cuts your thread. Then you just have the leftover thread. And that's it. My machine is wound and threaded. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching this tutorial on how to thread a Brother sewing machine.